doing the show. So this one, I'm gonna show, in my opinion, how easy it is to tell the difference between a Democrat and a sane person, period. Even the ones who say maybe they're a little cowardly. I'm just the independent. Which is, I guess, it ain't fun. Because in the Bible, double-minded man is unstable. You got hot or cold. You're lukewarm if you're independent. I mean, now I know what the old folks were saying when I was a kid. I guess maybe they was talking about Carter, but this was the '80s. They was he whatever. Obviously now we know what he had did. Well, if you my age, that why now some of y'all, you have families that was talking about it even by the mid '80s. A flip flopper, all that. Yeah, you got to be one of the, and they didn't like independence back then. Anybody, voters, you even by the early 2000s. That's why I chose the side. Yeah, the first thing I thought of, you can't be undecided, independent. Yeah, that's biblical. Double-minded man is, or lukewarm. Yeah, double-minded man, lukewarm. They got race buses or something. They got buses with. Oh, they probably got superchargers in them for real. The buses, but I was just on X and this guy walked by, and I said, it don't matter. He could speak up for himself. He could speak up for himself. You see, he's literally a white guy, a white Democrat, walking right behind him with a cup of something. And look at you see, and they're the ones who talked about just walking by homeless and the downtrodden. But all the white liberal Democrats, all they care about is stealing money and and hiding behind homeless people. Literally, he's walking behind human shields, right? White Democrats. You see what I'm saying? You see it live. But we we're supposed to help, or black Republicans, yeah, oh, I'm supposed to do it, But the white liberal with all that money, he just he tells everybody else, you got to help and give up your money because he's stealing money. And you can tell that type, he looks like that type of dude who don't want nobody else to have money but him. Only they can have money. And this and that, and cars, and a good job, a career. Just only the white liberal or any liberal, black liberals, yeah, they all the same. Yeah, the bus drivers that just drove by, well, a dude walking by, like I said, he himself can speak up for. If he can't, he need to be in the hospital there. Like they, all that money they finding to cut in Doge, they need to put it to mental hospital. All that money they was sending to Ukraine, it ain't gonna cost no 400 billion. Right? Mental hospital, like I said, if he, instead of trying to have, no, the trained people who are trained to help crazy, because if you're homeless, you're crazy. Something wrong with you. You need, instead of trying to have regular people just feed them, even church folks, no, they need to be with the professionals. All that, yeah, you can build the mental hospitals. It ain't gonna cost all across the U.S. I doubt if it costs the 400 billion. They sent that a couple of times. How many times they sent for it to the Ukraine? That's just one thing, that could pay for the mental hospitals. And they ain't got to be this. If the doctors know what they doing, right? They ain't got to stay in there forever. It'll just be a testimony. Yeah, I had to go to the, this and that. I was in there for a year, but I got a job. I got my own house, my own crib, this and that. But see, the Democrats, they don't want that. To them, oh no, why? Why is that so hard? Why not even try? If you just threw away $1 trillion, why can't you throw away? Wouldn't even be at least trying something like that? Building house, yeah, you don't even want to do it, but yeah, because you're stealing, you're thieves, you're nasty, disgusting. You don't even want to try it. Cause yeah, well, how am I gonna money launder money? How am I gonna do money laundering if we don't have, permanent wars and shit like that? You're actually trying to fix the problem. No, we can't do that. But let me play these videos. But it's the same video I just played on X, but let me put it on. I'm gonna do it now. I'm on YouTube. But all right, so this guy, Victor Victor Davis Hanson, now he just talks common sense, and like I said, you'll see the contrast. You immediately be able to see who's full of shit and who's bullshit, just full of shit. You'll see. Just listen.
Talk about Europe very briefly. Europe is greeting Mr. Zelensky as if he's a rock hero and giving us all sorts of dramatic, melodramatic, psychodramatic pronouncements that they are going their own way because of the Trump isolationism. But let's look at that issue for a moment. We have 500 million people in Europe, and they're very upset that 330 million people across the ocean will not help 40 million people fighting 140 million people in Russia. In other words, of all the players in this drama, it's Europe who should be in the driver's seat. They have 500 million people. Hello. This is Victor Davis Hanson for the Daily Signal. I want to talk about Europe very briefly. Europe is greeting Mr. Zelensky as if he's a rock hero and giving us all sorts of dramatic, melodramatic, psychodramatic pronouncements that they are going their own way because of the Trump isolationism, and sometimes it's Trump Jacksonianism. They can't count on us. And Ukraine was the catalyst, but let's look at that issue for a moment. We have 500 million people in Europe, and they're...
All right, I gotta take a break. I gotta go back to X right quick. I'm gonna have to come back.